Hi everyone, this is Yolanda from CraftySentiments.com and I'm back with another video. If you are brand new to my channel, then welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I have a different project. It's not a card. I have recently been getting some inquiries on how to do another tissue box, but the rectangular kind, as opposed to the boutique kind. I do have a tutorial on how to put together the boutique style tissue box covers, and I'll link that below and in the little card up here, the little pop-up. But today I'm going to make a rectangular one that will fit, you know, it's a puffs, that size. I think they're all basically the same size. I don't know. This is the only size that I have, so I'm going to make it to fit this one. But I do believe most of the rectangular tissue boxes are about this size. And this is really easy to put together. I'm not doing a big decoration on this one. This is going to be a basic tutorial, and I'll just give you some measurements, and then you can decide exactly how you would want to put it together. So, starting out, I have some cardstock. This is a piece of, this is Misty Moonlight. This measures 10 by 6, and I have scored it at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. 1/2 inch. I have 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight that measure 5.5 by 3 1/8, and it's scored at 1/2 inch on one side. I have 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight that measure 9.5 by 3 1/8, and they're scored at 1/2 inch on one side. And I have some designer series paper. You can use any kind of designer series paper. This is from the annual catalog, and it's called, let's see, it's the Hostess set called Pattern Party Designer Series paper. You can only get this particular kind with Hostess rewards, but you get like 48 sheets. I mean, it's a massive paper stack. So for the Designer Series paper for the short side, I have 2 pieces that measure 4 3/4 by 2 7/8. I have 2 long pieces for the long side that measure 8 3/4 by 2 7/8. And then I have a sheet for the top layer that measures 8 3/4 by 4 3/4. Now this is because I'm leaving a 1/8 inch border on all sides. If you wanted to leave a smaller border, then you adjust the measurements. So let's go ahead and get started. It doesn't take too long to put together. So I'm going to fold and burnish all of on the score line of all of the cardstock. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. So we're going to burnish on all sides. On this side. And then we're going to miter the corners a little bit. So we will go ahead and fold and burnish on all 4 sides of this one. And this side. Now the next thing we want to do is we kind of miter the corners just a little bit. Just cut off a little edge. That makes it much easier to come together. So we're going to do that for all 4 of these. And you don't need much off the sides, just a very small amount. And this one. So we're going to set these aside and move all of this out of the way. And for this one, for the corners, for each corner piece, we're going to cut that off. And then we're also going to I guess I could do it. Miter in on the corner for each side. Just a small amount. So we're going to miter in. And this just makes it a little bit easier to fold over when we put the box together. And the last one. So that's all for that. The other thing that I want to do with this one is put some tearing tape down close to the edge on all four sides. Now you can use your stamp and seal. You can use a liquid adhesive. I thought about using liquid adhesive, but in this particular case, I wanted to use the seal. But again, you can use whatever you have. And we're going to put it close to the very score line, but not over. And the last side. Okay. And let's go ahead and burnish that down as well. Make sure we have good adhesion of the tearing tape. Okay, we're going to set these aside and these aside. And now, so this is going to layer here in the center like so. But what I want to do, what we need to do, is get an opening on the center part right here. And so for that, I'm using the, what are these called? Rectangle stitched framelit dies. And they have some wide dies and then some skinny ones. And I'm going to use the skinny ones. And I got the two that are closest, the two largest ones in here. And so what I need to do, what I want to do, is I'm going to layer it like this with just one. Now, you can measure and, to make sure it's centered evenly, but it's just going to be from my house. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I'm going to hold it down with a piece of washi tape, and I'm going to cut this out on the Big Boss machine. So let me move this out the way. And let me go over and do my machine, and I'll cut this out and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have it cut out. I don't need this piece, but this is a really nice stitch, so I'm going to save this and use it for something else. I'm not sure what, but I'll find something. And so there we have that one. And again, this was the larger of the two. And so what I'm going to do now is kind of set this where I want it to go, like layer it in the center. I'll move it up so you all can see as well. So I'm going to center it in just like so. And then I'm going to put the smaller one in the middle, exactly where I would want it, because this will leave a small border around. And I'm going to cut this out as well. And I will be right back. Okay, we are all done cutting this one. And we can take this off. And make sure you put your dies away so they don't get lost. And I'm going to set this aside. And now we can just basically start to put our pieces together. So I'm going to set those aside for right now. And I'm going to put the sides together. So for this, I am going to use a liquid glue. And it doesn't matter which one you're going to start off with. So you're going to fold it down. This is the way I found it easiest to do it. I'm going to fold it down. I'm going to put some adhesive on the sides like so. And I'm going to attach a long one. I'm going to make sure that the flap is heading down. Now, if it's not heading down and it's facing up, it will just change it. And then I'm just going to I'm going to set the two sides together evenly like that. And then we're just going to take the inside and we're just going to burnish it a little bit. Move it down, and then we'll just repeat for all four sides. A little bit of glue. The short side. So remember, it's long, short, facing down. And then we're going to adhere the two pieces together, making them even. And that's why I like using the liquid glue, because you can adjust it a little bit. It has a little bit of wiggle room so you can move it. And then I'm going to take it and burnish it. And we'll do the next side, the next long one. A little glue. Facing down. Make sure they're even. Like so. I'm going to burnish. And then for the last one, we'll do the last one. And then we'll just bring the other side to it. Make sure they're even. Put them together. That's why it gives it a little bit of wiggle room before it becomes permanent. And then I'm just going to burnish it. And bring that in. And it fits perfectly. Cool. So now you can add the DSP, the pattern paper now or when it's finished. I think I'm going to add when it's finished. I may regret it, but whatever works best for you. So now for this one, we're going to burnish it again, because when we put it through the die cutting machine, it kind of flattened it out. And so we're going to burnish it once again on all sides. And like so. This doesn't really matter which is the top or bottom. So I'm going to lay it inside. And you can see how it fits. So it's going to be flat and flush to the bottom. Just going to reach in. I should have pulled it up before I put it inside of here. And peel it up. Make sure it's flat to the bottom. And smooth the sides. And we'll do the next one. Ooh, I have no nails. Making sure it's all the way down to the bottom. Ooh. There we go. And now we can do the ends. And we'll slide those two together. And then the last side. And we'll burnish that. So next we'll go in and we'll just take our bone folder and burnish all four sides. There we have that. Cool. So now, let's take this part off. Now we're just going to add our designer series paper, and you can add it with snail or not snail, stamp and seal, or wet glue. I'm going to use the wet glue because it'll give me a little bit of time to adjust it. Like so. And then we can do the sides as well. Do the other long side, and we will be through. Now you can add whatever kind of designs that you would like. I do have some more that I do want to make for different holidays, but this is just a basic tutorial on how to put one together. Like so. And there we have it, my friends. Make sure if you have pattern paper, make sure it's, let me come over so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure that it's going all in the same direction. And you'll stick yours better down than I am doing right now. I'm going to add a little bit more glue because I see it's coming loose right there. And like so. And right here. I'm going to add a little bit more. And turn it over. And I'm going to cut this part out so you don't see that in the opening. So let me do that right quick. And there you have it, my friends. Cute little rectangular tissue box holder. Lots of different things that you can do with it, design-wise. But this, like, again, this is just the basics of it, and this is how I decided to put one together. I'm going to cut these I'll cut a little bit off, but it's moving, but that's fine. So thank you all for stopping by. Please let me know what you think about the tissue box cover. Will you be making some? I'd like to know. And if you do, tag me so I can see exactly what you've made. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back real soon with another video. So thank you all for stopping by. This is Yolanda from craftysentiments.com, and I'll be back real soon.